the Defensive Player of the Year award is the second clear criteria that you have to vote on and to understand like what these people vote on. The other one, which is the least clear of how these things are decided, most improved player. So
you want to do that now?
I mean, this is an award I have bet and would bet on. So yeah, let's do it.
So somebody, oh no, it was my God, on Hard Knicks Life, the third Hard Knicks Life host, defended himself on Twitter. Blandy yeah. Defended himself on Twitter, with his RJ pick, which is like, I forget, he put through some stats out there why he thinks RJ could win this award.
It's funny. It might not have been Blandy then, because he was arguing that RJ can't win it because there's not a big enough leap for him to make. Oh,
yes, that's right. That's right. It has to be a big scoring leap. And I was just when I was pushing back on the regular pod, I was just saying RJ's fifth in the odds. So Vegas, thinks he has a good chance. I don't think he wins it. I don't like Zion is the fourth best odds. We should go through the odds. So the site that I'm looking at has Halliburton as the favorite at plus 850 and Edwards second at plus 900. I've been told, friend of the pod, Chief Murphy, that Edwards is leading on most betting sites. They're the clear two leaders, Halliburton and Anthony Edwards. And then I have here Brunson plus 1,800, Zion plus 2,000, RJ plus 2,200. And then, you got Cade, you got Anthony Simons, you got Scotty Barnes, you got Keldon Johnson, you got SGA, LaMelo Ball, like a lot of the names you'd expect to see. They're all close to 30-1 odds. The name I like here is Cade at plus 2,500, but there's only been one first pick to ever win this award, which is a knock against the candidacy of Cade Cunningham and a knock against the candidacy of Anthony Edwards. And again, that first pick was Purvis Ellison 33 years ago, whatever it was, or 31 years ago. So because it's like you're the first pick, you're supposed to get better.
Yeah.
Then again, John Morant was the second pick and he won it last year, but he, and this is the point that I was making to you, Ja made the leap from non-all-star to MVP candidate. I don't believe either Cade, certainly not Cade, and I don't believe Anthony Edwards is going to be in the MVP conversation this year. Do you?
No, we didn't even talk about his odds when we talked about MVP.
Yeah, like that's I mean, look, if he does, good for him, and obviously I'm high on him, but I don't see him making that type of a leap. And yet it would not shock me if either of those guys won it, Cade or Anthony Edwards, because again, and I'm borrowing from the newsletter, 7 of the last 10 winners of this award did it in a year in which they made their first all-star team. So there's only so many guys in the league you can look at and be like, okay, who's going to make their first all-star team this year? Anthony Edwards is certainly, I would say, is probably the most obvious candidate for that designation, making his first all-star team. It would not shock me if Cade made his first all-star team. SGA. But again, SGA was so good last year.
Yeah.
Like how much better could he possibly get? And then Halliburton, which is why I think Halliburton is either the favorite or the co-favorite. I think the biggest leap that Halliburton's going to have to make is like, if the Pacers go out there and win 26 games, Halliburton is not winning this award. They would need to go out and surprise in a significant way to the point where it's like, we're talking about an Indiana team that's in the play-in race in late March. And I feel like that's a tall ask. I don't love anybody with these. I really don't. I don't love anybody here.
So I think I know your answer, but I want to at least have the conversation. I'll just mention RJ Barrett plus 2,200. Are you Jalen Brunson plus 1,800 hasn't been said yet. Like other than mentioning him that he's currently the third best odds. Is this a preview for how not high a ceiling you have for the Knicks this year? That
no.
Brunson isn't even like considered as a value play at plus 1,800.
Okay. I'll say, I think I could say this. I think this is a take. This is a take. If you were to give me Jalen Brunson or the field and the field being everybody else on the Knicks roster, to make the All-Star team this year, I'm taking Jalen Brunson without hesitation.
I agree.
So let me start with that.
Okay.
I think if you gave me 5-1 odds that Jalen Brunson makes the All-Star team, I think I take it. 4-1. I think about it. Probably not putting any money down if you're only giving me 3-1.
Okay.
So that's where I'm at on Jalen Brunson's All-Star possibilities. No, I mean, I think the Knicks are going to fight and claw and battle their way to continue to be around 500 for a large portion of the year. At least half the year. This is a full season award. If they are in this thing and they make the play-in and he's pushing hard the whole way and he makes the All-Star team, but what would he have to average? Because what did he average last year? Didn't he average 17 points a game?
16 a game. So I'm saying if Jalen Brunson now is a starter on Tibbs usage, averages 22 with the same efficiency that he has.
It's not getting it done, Andrew. It's not getting it done.
The Knicks are good. Like that's my thing.
If you're telling me
like
Jalen Brunson
win team. And he makes 44. The All-Star team.
I don't need 44. If you're telling me Brunson gets to like, you know what he needs to get to? I'll make it very clear. He needs to get to his non-Luka numbers. When Jalen Brunson played games without Luka Doncic, I believe he was at 21-7 or 22-7.
Yeah. So what if he averages 21 or 22-7
for the whole year?
Yeah.
22-7 you're giving me.
I am saying if Jalen Brunson now as a starter with a coach that likes high usage point guards.
Fine. 22-7 All-Star team.
Yeah.
Play-in tournament. Sure. Yeah.
That's why, like, look, I agree with you. I think Haliburton would be my pick to win this because I think he'll just get the usage to. I just don't know how good the Pacers are going to be. I also don't know how much that matters. That like Kevin Porter Jr. was one of the guys, and Jeremy Grant were the two runners up for Julius that year, and it was like, oh, you were
Porter and Michael Porter Jr. Important distinction between him and Kevin.
We sure it was Michael Porter Jr. or was it Kevin Porter Jr.? The year Julius won Most Improved.
I know the guy that's currently on the Rockets has never been in top 3 in any award voting.
I'll double check that. I always thought the argument that year for why it's clearly Julius is that he's the only one in the running on like a good team. That the other two.
Now you're making me doubt my own sanity here.
I thought that because again, as somebody who was very invested in Most Improved Player that year, I'm looking at it. I'm looking it up too.
Okay, who's gonna get it first? 2018-19. Oh, no, it wasn't 2018-19. It was
2021. Oh, you're right. Michael Porter Jr. finished third.
All right. One for Macri.
The other, it was Christian Wood that I was thinking of. The other Rocket that was in the running for it.
Bad job by Andrew.
Bad job by me.